This is how I was able to get my teeth about 2 to 3 shades lighter naturally and in a safe way without using any fluoride products, and more importantly without using baking soda. I know this is a really popular thing to use to naturally whiten your teeth. I actually hate it. I hate the way it tastes. And I've used several baking soda toothpastes I tried out and I really disliked them. Most of the products for teeth care contain fluoride and I really wanted to avoid that. You might want to avoid it as well. I don't have it in my drinking water, but the reason why I really wanted to avoid it is because I did some testing and experimenting and realized that it was one of the leading reasons why I was getting all this redness around my mouth. And also I think it was the cause for why my gums were so red. So I did some research and thought, okay, maybe fluoride is part of the cause for the irritation of my gums. And for the past year, I've been avoiding fluoride. So I've been using all these different types of toothpastes and experimenting. And taking fluoride out of the picture, I found that my gums became a little bit healthier and happier over time, and then they stopped bleeding when I was flossing them. I also had a checkup with the dentist and they finally said, yay, you're flossing. I've been flossing forever. But let's pretend that that's the reason, and you and I are the ones who know the secret. That is actually because I switched toothpaste and stopped using fluoride toothpaste. So the first thing I'm going to do is do my teeth brushing, and manual toothbrushes are awesome. I usually get a big pack of the soft brushes. I use them for other cleaning, like around my house and some of my products, like cleaning outside of the cosmetics or whatever that gets goopy. But I switched about 2 years ago to an electric toothbrush and I haven't gone back since. This is from Fairy Wheel. I got this on Amazon. They have a newer version of it and I'll put it down below in case you're interested. I'm just going to change the head because it gets really old and yucky, and they give a few replacements and I bought some additional replacements. And speaking of, I'm going to use a cleaning toothbrush to get the gunk up from around here because that's the toothpaste that gets pushed down. And I mentioned switching out of the fluoride toothpaste that I normally use. I love Crest, I love Colgate. I find them to be really well cleansing toothpaste. So don't get me wrong, I think they're wonderful. I just found that there was dyes and also the fluoride inside of them and maybe a couple other ingredients as far as like scents go. And they were irritating around my lips and also causing like a bit of a breakout down here. And since I switched and started using some of the natural toothpastes, I found that that issue was going away, the breakouts around my lips. I think like if you watch my videos around last August, I had this huge like bump thing that was up in my upper lip. And I was really just thinking, okay, I went back to fluoride for a little bit. I think I used a Trader Joe's toothpaste and I got a huge reaction from it. I thought it was a bug bite, but I'm still not sure. It was quite a surprise. So I don't want that to happen again. It was really awful and painful. And I've been switching since to this Ayurvedic herbal toothpaste. And this is an Indian-based herbal toothpaste. It has 23 herbal extracts, including neem and pilu. It's fluoride-free, non-GMO, no bleaches, SLS-free. I love SLS-free, cruelty-free, gluten-free, and vegan. I love the idea of using neem. Neem is one of my favorite, what do you call it? Oils? Neem oil, yes. And I've been using it for skin and mainly for hair care for a really long time. It helps with itching. And it's one of the things as far as teeth oral care that helps with any inflammation. And since I was seeing that redness on my gums and irritation, especially when I went to the dentist, that has calmed down a lot since because I've been using this toothpaste. There are several other natural toothpastes you can check out. And if you really don't like baking soda, this one is great because it's also, instead of a baking soda base, it has a fine chalk base. And that's going to help clean up your teeth and get them to be polished and whitened. I know baking soda is great for that. I just don't like the taste of it at all. I don't want to brush my teeth with it on a regular basis. One of the places I found it for super cheap is at TJ Maxx. You can look in their like teeth care section. They're going to have a bunch of natural teeth products. Who knew? And I found that just switching to electric toothbrush alone was really great at massaging my gums. So I'm not just brushing the teeth, I'm going up into my gum area, and that really helps them be healthier and tones down the issue with inflammation. You don't want gum inflammation. There's so many reasons why you don't want it. Do some research, but trust me, That is so important. You want to get your gums to be more massaged. And one of the next steps everyone really wants you to do when you go to the dentist, they go on and on about, like I said, flossing. Originally, I really loved this cinnamon floss. It has a red dye in it though, and that was one of the reasons why I really liked it. Because it has a red dye, if it drops on the floor, I'm able to find it much easier instead of a white floss. And temporarily, I'm switching back to a white floss that has no dye in it because I just want to make sure that that's not one of the causes for the irritation on my gums. So I'm going to switch to this nice regular ordinary white floss. And it's not cinnamon taste, but it works still. It does its job. So I'm not going to really show you fully me flossing. I think it's kind of gross. So don't look. Okay, I sped floss and hiding because I didn't want you to have to see that, but I'm going to throw this away and go on to the next step. Third step is mouthwash, and usually that's the final step, but instead of just doing mouthwash alone, I'm going to do a mouthwash combo with the water flosser. This is a new part of my routine. I'm loving it. It's been about a month and a half, and this has really upped the game as far as my gum care and also whitening all the areas of the teeth right at the gum line. And you know how your teeth are normally like they're white and then they kind of get darker when it gets toward the gum line? This is one of the keys to getting it to be like a matching tone and less dark. And I found the Hello mouthwash. It's like the one in the big bottle. That one was awesome, but they recently have made a concentrate. So this one is pretty cool. You just do 1, 2, or 3 pumps in the amount of water that you need. It is like the cutest thing, and I found that it's been lasting a really long time because it's concentrated. And instead of doing a traditional mouthwash, I'm just going to put 1 or 2 pumps inside my water flosser. And this is going to get out everything out of your gums, anywhere that you have anything in the nooks and crannies of your teeth. If you've eaten popcorn, please get a mouth water flosser. This thing is it really gets those popcorn kernels out of your teeth. If you eat popcorn, you know what I mean. Normally when I use this for my mouth, I fill this up twice. I just put maybe 1 or 2 pumps in and then fill it up the second time with water. I don't add more of the mouthwash. This is really difficult to do on camera without getting water everywhere, so I'll do my best. Need to close my mouth when I'm doing it. I'm sorry, I can't show you. So I did the outside of my teeth and now I'm going to do the inside part. I'm sorry I can't show you specifically. As you saw, it went everywhere and I don't want that all over my lens. So for filming purposes, I'm willing to get a little bit wet here, but I really recommend using this in the shower because you can keep your mouth open and really get into every crevice and you don't have to keep like spitting the water out over the sink. Have you been to the dentist lately where they offered the ultrasonic teeth cleaning to remove plaque or any type of buildup on your teeth? I have. Instead of using the traditional brush head that's like the normal scrubby brush that we're used to that rotates, they offered this and I've been having that as an option. I thought, why don't I try to find this on Amazon and see if I can just do it myself when I need to, and I have found it. So if you want to check that out, I will try to link it below. I don't think there's a Fairy Will one anymore, but there's another company that's very similar. It works so well at removing the buildup that's in the back of the teeth. I think the like inner area is, maybe it's similar for all of us, where there's a bit of buildup. And that means too, like in the front, next to our gum line, if there's yellowing, this is going to remove it. I don't need to use it that often because it's really done its job and I don't have that extra buildup anymore. So once a week has worked so well for me. And just so you know, it's ultrasonic, so it does make a buzzing sound. It's not a high-pitched sound, it's just like zzz. And it is like a crazy speed. So it's something you need to kind of get used to, the sensation against your teeth. But if you can get used to the electric toothbrushes, you can get used to this. Just give it some time and make sure you're really focusing on the area that's closest to your gums because that's really where we need that extra help. I always love to show you what my favorite items are if I'm reviewing products or giving you a comparison. And today it's going to be the Mirror toothpaste because it doesn't have fluoride in it. More importantly, it doesn't have baking soda. The mouth water flosser, love it, and I love adding that additional mintiness by using the Hello mouthwash. I was gonna say Hello Kitty. No, Hello mouthwash. I love it. Use the traditional one. Also, it has like a more stronger minty flavor. Both alcohol free and really great for your gums. So this whole system with the neem, with the water flosser, the electronic toothbrush, great for gum health, but more fun is having that whiteningness to your teeth and having like that really nice smile. And because I know that baking soda is a major tooth whitener for natural whitening, I'm going to be doing a comparison video coming up using a baking soda method. That there's a recipe online to whiten your teeth naturally with baking soda, and then I'm going to be using the traditional gel whitener that is hydrogen peroxide. So I'm going to be doing those and comparing. I know hydrogen peroxide is amazing at whitening teeth, but baking soda is also. So we're going to compare and see which one does the job better. That is coming up.